Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great start to the weekend. It's Saturday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on this 4th of April, 2026. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I'm JP, and my friends call me Jeeps. And what else? I'm going to try to find a setup for the Peugeot for the next league race in Bahrain, which is my least favorite track, to say the least, in the game. All cars combined. I don't have any luck on this track with any cars. So, important to try to find a setup here. So, okay, let's get to it, folks. Ooh, boy. Okay. Not sure if I'm going to really need that hard tire there in the front, but let's have it there just in case we do need it. Any other cars coming? No? Okay. This has to be my least favorite track in the game. Ooh, there's already a car or two coming around. Ooh, somebody hit a post there. Whoa. I have to try to figure this track out at some point. Some point, but not on the first lap, apparently. Oh. Okay, that was really bad.
Yuki2488 says, Kihei.
Hello, Pookie. How are you?
Yuki2488 says, I am playing Rocket League.
I am not surprised. You playing with your friends?
Puki2488 says, sadly yes.
Sadly, yes. Why sadly? Don't you have fun playing with your friends? I think I need to put 2 left hard tires for this track. Oops. And again I lose it here. I have barely done 3 laps and already lost 10% on that rear tire.
Puki2488 says, they are the greediest people on the planet, they need 20 boosts.
Okay.
Justin Slim Friesen says, hey hey.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Justin. How are you today? I've done 3 laps and my rear left tire is already lost 10%. This track's gonna be hard on tires.
Justin Slim Friesen says, doing good, and you?
Well, running around Bahrain, so not good. My worst track, my worst fears. I was looking at my Peugeot setup there, the one that I used in the race, compared to the one that you gave me. And in the rear, I'm 16 millimeters higher, and in the front, 2 millimeters higher. And somehow, I'm bottoming out too much and losing top speed.
Justin Slim Friesen says, there's a guy in JC's race right now that stayed on dries. Curious to see if it works out for him.
Oh, he stayed on dries during the rain? Really? Okay, well, let me know. I don't think it'll work out for him, honestly. I've tried that in the past on Monza, and it didn't work out for me. Whoa! Okay, let's try to figure something out here. God, I hate this track. Ooh. Let's try to keep it on the track.
Justin Slim Friesen says, looks like the dry didn't work out for the guy.
Yeah, I could have probably predicted that. Did he wipe out or was he just losing too much time?
Justin Slim Friesen says, not sure TBH.
Oh, okay. He just kept losing positions.
Justin Slim Friesen says, starting to feel better on Bahrain?
Not really. I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna not do this race.
Justin Slim Friesen says, which race? Did you just sign up for one?
No, Bahrain's gonna be our next championship stop. Figured I'd try to find a setting for the Peugeot here. But I keep spinning out all over the place, so... Since we're allowed to not do one race, this might be the one race I don't do.
Justin Slim Friesen says, oh, it's up next in ZRL. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much in any car, it's my least favorite track, so... Since it's a mostly slow track, you'd think that the wingless would have an advantage here. But I can't seem to find it. I keep spinning out all over the place. It's a good thing they call it a safe race. Holy Lord. Let's try this again. This is the only track that no matter which car I got, I'm not having fun. Just haven't been able to find a rhythm on this track.
Justin Slim Friesen says, just like their citizens. LOL.
Really? I did not know that. Hasn't Qatar and
Justin
Bahrain...
Slim Friesen says, can't get comfortable there.
Hasn't these two races, Qatar and Bahrain, been canceled this year in the F1. I'd have to look it up. I know 2 races have been canceled.
Justin Slim Friesen says, they sure have. Justin Slim Friesen says, next F1 race is a month from now.
Dang! They could have 2 races here in Canada instead. I'm sure Canadians wouldn't mind. Canada needs another racing track other than Il Notre Dame. You guys need a racing track out west. Is Italy the only country that gets 2 racetracks? 2 races? Not sure if France gets 2. Or used to, or I forget now.
Justin Slim Friesen says, USA is the only one, I think.
USA gets 2 races? What tracks are they? I don't even know which tracks they are. Vegas is 1. I don't think Atlanta.
Dollarod Jair says, 3. Dollarod Jair says, Miami, Coda, and Vegas. Justin Slim Friesen says, Coda, Vegas, and Miami.
Really?
J1E Polis says, hey Yad. Dollarod Jair says, Spain has 2.
Okay. So yeah, Canada could have 2 then. Easily. And hello, Dale. How are you today? I did not know that the States had 3. I knew about Miami. No, not Miami, Vegas. I was trying to figure out which other one, and then turns out they got 3.
Justin Slim Friesen says, not sure Spain has 2. As far as I know, they would be alternating between the 2 tracks every few years.
Between Barcelona and what? Not all Garvey. I don't remember them racing there. Uh, who knows? I haven't been watching F1 in years.
Rodman Jair says Barcelona and Madrid.
Madrid.
Rodman Jair says they're both on the calendar this year. Justin Slim Friesen says some new street circuit. Justin Slim Friesen says, oh okay.
See, Justin, you just need to convince your government to create another track out west. Canada could have 2. Or maybe just start a GoFundMe. I'm sure it's gonna work out. And I just can't figure this track out. I definitely need to get rid of this track. I hate it. I'm sure they'll do that for me.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL. I really like this track.
Really? Okay, well, Canada will officially disown you if you keep on saying that. Although I don't think so. Carney likes to bow down to these kinds of folks.
Justin Slim Friesen says, sorry.
You're good. Liberals will love you. Muslim values are Canadian values. We like oil-rich countries. They make Brookfield rich. That's why we're not going to build any pipelines here in Canada. We don't want to sell it to the States for some reason. It would make Trump happy, and that's not a good thing. Could you imagine with another pipeline? We could definitely finance ourselves another F1 track here. Oh well. So be
Justin
it.
Slim Friesen says, something touched a nerve. LOL.
Yeah, I guess. I just really hate this track. Can't figure it out.
Rodman Jair says, wait, I thought the liberals hated Bahrain for the human rights stuff lol.
Nope. We love India, we love China, we don't care about human rights stuff. As long as it makes our Prime Minister's company rich, he's okay with it. And I agree with him. I want some child slave labor here in Canada too. It'll create more jobs. Who needs human rights? Oh, I hate this track. I hate this track.
Says, battery isn't depleting enough again.
I hate this track. Battery's fine, it's the track that's all wrong. Maybe if we raced it in the opposite direction, things would go better.
Rodman Jair says, when the battery is full we lose regenerative braking.
Maybe I just need to try some long gears. Yes, I know, this ain't Le Mans. I just hate changing gears.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yeah, throws the BB way out.
Battery's fine, it's the track that's all wrong.
Justin Slim Friesen says, and if / when that happens mid-braking, that can easily spin you.
Unfortunately, I'm not spinning under braking. I'm spinning all over all the time for no reason. For no reason at all. Might as well try wet tires, just in case.
Justin Slim Friesen says, always a reason. Just need to find it.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I didn't want to mention driver skill issues. That's the #1 problem in all my...
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
Don't blame me, those were the default CDA settings. I'm glad you guys are here because we can tweak them maybe a little bit.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Right. Me and Dale are great guys to tweak setups. LOL. Rodman Jair says. LMAO.
Well, you might not think so, but since you guys can read the little things all down there and I can't, just telling me what the issue is allows me to tweak it and maybe make it better or worse.
Rodman Jair says. I got told early on if you aren't within a second of alien times, it isn't the setup.
Yeah, see, and that kind of rubbed off on Justin. And I still disagree with both of you guys.
Justin Slim Friesen says. 100% true, Dale.
Yeah. I'd be a pirate, I'd put you both to the plank. Setups, I don't care about the difference in the timing. It either makes my driving more enjoyable or less enjoyable. I don't care about the different times, but setups will either make me feel good about myself.
But would you set up the plank right? Justin Slim Friesen says. LOL.
God, I hate this track.
Rodman Jair says. But that's what setups are for. To make the car actually closer to the edge and less stable, to get those last tenths out of it.
I disagree.
Rodman Jair says. If I don't have the skill to drive it at that edge, it's only going to be dangerous.
Yeah, well, see, I don't have the scale. And I don't have the skill to drive them at their default setups. So I need a comfy chair. I need to make them more comfy, more safe. This is my safe place. My safe bubble. I can't brake. Ugh. I really want to race in our next race, but I hate this track so much I'm seriously considering not. But already the regen I think kind of helped. But you guys were talking about the battery thing, maybe that's what was causing me to spin out under either acceleration or braking. See, sometimes I can't figure things out on my own. Plus these cars have this third spring dampener thing, and I can't figure that one out. I need support for the balls, I guess.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Well, it certainly wasn't helping matters. Rodman Jair says. When you get down to like 20%, just change the motor map to one click down. Rodman Jair says. When it's back up around 80 to 90%, click it back up to a higher deployment.
See, I can't pay attention to these things down below. I need big numbers. So I see the 96, the 97, and the 6th gear, and
Justin
that's all
Slim
I can
Friesen
read without
says,
glasses.
rule of thumb. Never ever let the baddie get up to 100%.
Yeah, but I need to be paying attention to that thing, and I don't. And unfortunately, Crew Chief doesn't give you that kind of info. I wish they did.
Dollarod Jair says, maybe time to wear your goddamn glasses LMAO.
Hey, that's why we got engineers when we do team things. I wish Crew Chief would be able to relay all that stuff instead of telling me, watch it, your tires are cold. Man, I hate this track. I cannot stay on it for life.
Dollarod Jair says, it's a tricky one. Justin Slim Friesen says, even running it empty is okay. You will just use a little more fuel, that's all.
I got fuel to spare. See, even yesterday, I don't know how many laps I had left over, but I'm pretty sure I had 1 or 2 laps left over.
Dollarod Jair says, yup, an empty battery won't slow you down at all.
Well, every time I look at it, it doesn't seem empty, even though it's kind of close to it.
Dollarod Jair says, just make sure it isn't empty when you're in the pit box if your car bump starts.
Yeah, see, I've been told about that. And again, something I don't pay attention when I go into the pits. I have a hard enough time figuring out if I'm going to repair damage, change tires, or what amount of fuel I need. And usually I go into the pits and don't do none of that, and then I have to go back to the pits to do it. That's 2 pit stops for the price of 1. I am like the worst driver ever. Maybe I should go back to the Need for Speed. Or Project Cars. Or something. This game's too complicated for me. But it feels good. Just not this track. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You guys make it a lot of fun. I finished a race yesterday in 2nd place, and it was one of my most boring races ever.
Dollarod Jair says, I really wish there was an arcade-style sim. Justin Slim Friesen says, is it even possible to have an empty battery in the pit stall? You'd always brake entering the pits, so I'd think you'd have enough just from that.
Is it too late to watch it? I guess it is too late to watch it. Well, I've been practicing for an hour, and I think that's the best setup I could come up with.
Some people don't brake aggressively enough in pit lane.
Well, yeah, kind of like me.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I guess.
Well, sometimes I turn on the speed limiter and I'm still kilometers away from the pits. Just because I don't want to go over the speed limit. Is this gonna keep my setup, or is it gonna reload the setup as we're changing here? I gotta set up a smoke screen.
Dollarod Jair says, I slam into the back of people that do that LMAO.
Well, I don't do it that often, but...
Rodman Jair says. Ask Lenny LMAO.
Well, everybody runs into Lenny. Wasn't it Lenny that I got a penalty
Justin
for?
Slim Friesen says. LOL.
Did that keep...
Justin Slim Friesen says. Poor Lenny.
Did that keep my... Yes, it did keep it. Okay.
Rodman Jair says. I tried to pass him in pit lane and absolutely railed him. Justin Slim Friesen says. No, that was Adam.
Okay. I don't know. I kind of feel I need hard tires on this side. And let's get rid of this one, maybe. That'll confuse me if I keep it. I'm gonna think it's better and it's not.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Actually, I should go do something online here. Just working on my setup for the next race. Since we'll be... When is the next race? Is it Thursday or is it like we jump a week or something? I get confused now. Doesn't take much to confuse me.
Rodman Jair says. I'm a dipshit and thought this was online LMAO.
Well, it gets confusing, but I don't like practicing online because no tire warm-ups. I need to work on the settings. I don't need to spend 30 minutes warming up my tires and spinning out all over the place. Anything interesting here? Nope. No hypercars. Clean racing practice. Okay. Clean racing, but it's practice. Ooh, Monza, but they're already in a race.
Rodman Jair says. The art of the outlap.
Yeah, but we gotta practice other things. Otherwise, we don't get to the juicy part that I'm bottoming out and losing top speed in the straights. Let's look in the daily races then. Anything interesting? I need to practice this one in 28 minutes. God, I hate this track. Why can I not join the practice? I selected a car. Dang it. These servers are driving me nuts. That's why we need the third suspension arm to support my nuts. Man, still won't let me join. Come on. There we go. God, I hate this track. This is the track that I hate most after Bahrain.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I'm with Jeeps. When I'm working on a setup, or fuel runs or things like that, I use tire warmers. When I'm working on race stuff, I turn them back off.
Well, not only that, but, you know, sometimes I don't have...
2488 says, why are you using the Genesis now? Were you not using the Pegwiat?
Yeah, the Pegwiat. I like how the voice thing pronounces some words. Yeah, I like the Pegwiat. The reason why I'm practicing the Genesis is because there's a endurance race, 8 hours endurance race on the, I think the 18th or 17th of April, an 8-hour race that I might be doing with Wolfie. And I'm thinking Wolfie will want to drive the Genesis. And I should probably load a setup for this.
Pukey2488 says, what if he don't? Justin Slim Friesen says, surprise. He wants the Limbo LOL.
The Lambo hypercar? Really? He asked me to make a livery for the Genesis. And this thing took me centuries to do because of all the bugs. I ain't doing another one. It took me 1 hour to get this one uploaded.
2488 says, NGL the Limbo is fire.
I don't believe you guys.
Pukey2488 says, sometimes. Justin Slim Friesen says, I don't know what he wants to drive.
Yeah, me neither. But I'm guessing it's not going to be the wingless Peugeot. And he was all excited about the Genesis. God, I hate this configuration. And again, I don't know where I'm going. Am I on the track yet? Hey, I think it's the first time I managed to actually do this corner. Ugh, barely. God, we love cold tires. Did I change the gear ratios for this? Or am I gonna redline again? See, this... Man, again, I'm getting that weird force feedback thing.
Pukey2488 says, is the race on this track?
Yes, it is. I'm getting that weird force feedback feeling again. Like my suspension is broken and stuff.
Puki2488 says. Then use the BMW/Big Sniffer. It has insane top speed. Even in draft people could not pass me on the straight.
I don't know where I'm going on this configuration. Sorry, dude. I got confused. I need to wear sunglasses. And my glasses. What are you doing, dude? I don't know. I just work here. Oh, sorry about the camera, folks. Forgot the smoke break was over. Man, I really don't like the force feedback on this track. Did the same thing, was it yesterday? That I was practicing a bit here. Something just feels really off about it.
That time was a 2:05.87.
Yeah, they put the pit lane there right on the racing lane. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. No, 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 don't give me a, yeah, thank you. Oh, well, the lap won't count. Whoop-de-doo.
Puki2488 says. NGL, this layout is fire. You can go flat out the first corner if you okay with maybe ending up dead.
No, definitely not. I'm looking for consistency. I'm not looking for death speeds. There we go. I'll get out of your way since my lap doesn't count anyways. You might be onto something though, Justin, because you were talking about the tires warming up. And
Puki2488 says. Try it.
it's starting to kind of go away as the tires are warming up, I guess. Man, I hate that angle of the sun. Trying to learn the track, not try to figure out where I'm going on it. I'm thinking I need to downshift here. I could be wrong though. Maybe I can do it just coasting in 7th. There you go, buddy. I hate blue flags.
Puki2488 says, yes, but do not brake too much. 7 gear is death, or you could say understeer.
Oh, can't stop here. I gotta figure that one out. It's still doing it a little bit, but not as bad as the first lap out. So you might be right there. It has something to do with cold tires and broken suspension. Man, it feels bad on cold tires. Man. Oh, I forgot to try this one in 7th. Oh, whatever. Let's just warm up the tires. Man, can you imagine me being here for 8 hours? Well, won't be driving 8 hours straight, but still. That's like 4 hours each. Yeah, man, that pit exit there is something incredibly dangerous. Hey, I managed to do this one. Okay. Okay, let's try to coast this one in 7th. Nope. Well, maybe when the tires are a bit warmer. But Probably could bring the blanking up a notch on both the front and rears. Hey, I did it in 7th there. That's doable. Ew. And I need a lot more than 11 minutes of practice, though. Oh, when is the race? In 10 minutes. Ew, okay. Bum 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 bum. No, 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 no. Let's bring it up a notch. Okay. Let's get ready for the race. Because for 1 hour, I won't be able to set up a smoke screen. Could you imagine? 8 hours. And I'm going to be pushing it, trying to do a 2 hour stint. Might send me to the hospital. I'll be in bed for the rest of the week. Not being able to get around. Okay, so 10 minutes. Damn. Oh, it's a 40-minute race. Okay, well, hopefully after 40 minutes of practice here, I'll get the hang of the track a bit more. That's all I can ask for. Mixed race. Hopefully they'll put some GTs in my category, in my split this time. Maybe once more I'll have a multi-less class. Roberto and Michelle. Hey, a married couple racing together. Wouldn't that be awesome? We need to convince Sarah to come back. There was one girl in the championship and abandoned ship. We need more girls driving. I'm trying to not say stuff that would appear sexism. But hey, I'm just noticing that there's a lot more males playing this game than there are females. It's just an observation. It's not a commentary. Ten tires. Why 10? Like, you need 4 tires, right? So why not 12? I don't understand them. Is this some sort of WEC rule that they want to make you suffer on wet tires if you need to change 3 times? Or do they just calculate it depending on the amount of time that you're running the race? Well, let's say this was a 6-hour race and you multiply this by, I don't know, 12 times, then you would get 12 more tires. I don't know. It just seems to me like that's an odd number of tires. I might be wrong, because I don't know stuff. For all I know, a lot of these cars can probably run with just 2 wheels. Not saying they're going to go fast, but they can probably go around the track with 2 wheels. And if it's the 2 rear wheels that are missing, then you're kind of in trouble, though. As long as you got one in the front, one in the rear, you're good. Or like the old Citroens that you can just run on 3 tires. Man, I wish more cars had their suspension. It's cheap, durable, and it did the trick. So you guys have gotten very quiet all of a sudden. Some chaos must be happening in some other stream. By the way, folks, shameless plug-in here. If you're bored of watching me race, you can always go and watch Cliff or Dale or one of the other guys from ZRL streams. If you want links, well, you can join ZRL. As most of them are not as bad as a driver as I am. And they are actually quite good. With lots of knowledge. But we need some more hypercar drivers. That's the one thing I'll say. I need a teammate. No skills required. Having said that, you do need to be able to go the distance. I don't want no quitters. Unless you lost the rear wing and 2 tires right near the pit exit and you got to go around the track, then okay, I get it. But otherwise, get to the pits, repair, and go back out racing. That's my 2 cents. Okay, I'll get out of this.
Yuki2488 says, are you talking about CLR question mark?
Yes, I am. We need some more hypercar racers. So still 2 splits, a little bit more people in the GT3s, so I should have some company in my split. What I'm seeing here, I'm going to be up against some competition. I don't think my rating is going to ask me to finish on the podium, which is a good thing because I don't want no pressure. I just want to finish the race and get some experience on this track. Let's join the event, folks. God, I hate all these lines on this track. I don't know who designed this track, but somebody had OCD with some lines. God, that's bad. Put some flower gardens in or something. Okay, well, I'm not going to practice. I'm not going to qualify. So let's, anybody going out for the practice? Hopefully not. Would be funny if somebody did decide to go, but seems I'm going to have some competition here. Oh, man. I was happy to have GT3s, but I just hope that they don't rear end me. Coming into the first corner. Jeeps is not going to be able to brake much in the first couple of laps on cold tires. Hopefully the blanking that I added will help a little bit and not have them run too hot. Shouldn't.
Yuki2488 says, is there a schedule for question mark?
Yes, there's a couple of schedules depending on what events you want to do. Currently, though, there's the tournament on Thursday nights that's full. I'm talking about the 4 endurance races. It's one every 2 weeks, and it starts on the weekend of April the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully these guys go out and... Ooh, there's a lot of red flags. Ew. And somebody returning from 2 people returning from bans. Ew. Ah. This is gonna be dangerous. Anybody play Elite and Dangerous? Maybe I'm not playing the right game.
Justin Slim Friesen says, all done my supper prep. Now I can help the others annoy you at regular intervals.
Yay!
LOL.
Thank you. After this race, I'm going to have to do my supper prep. I'm having hamburgers tonight. I haven't had hamburgers in a while. Usually I make pizzas on the weekend, but... Ooh, my big kitty cat. Just be careful not to hang around the pedals too much. Ooh, people are out now. Okay. Let's have a look.
Puki2488 says, if the races are on the weekend I maybe could join, but on the week I simply cannot. Justin Slim Friesen says, taco salad for me mmmmm.
Okay, now we know why he has a red flag. Oh, that's the couple. I'm guessing that's the male in the couple, but who knows? Maybe somebody changed their vocation. Who knows these kinds of things? Ooh, another red flag. And I think that's the missus.
Puki2488 says, see he did T1 flat out.
Yeah, well, I'm not here to do it. I'm just here to learn the track. Ooh, custom livery. Not seeing many of these. I've seen this livery before, though. See, our liveries stand out, though. And I am gonna be so scared here. All part of the fun, I guess. So that I'm not seeing none of my uploaded liveries here. I haven't come across one of my liveries yet. Ooh, okay. I can do that, though. I can do a lot of that. I can spin out with the best of them. Ooh, 007.
Puki2488 says, do you guys know that Toyota getting facelift next year question mark?
Yes, I do. So is a lot of other cars.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I did not. Pukey2488 says, it looks fire.
I don't know what they look like yet. I just know that a couple of cars will be back. Ooh! Dang, she was pushing it. Oh. Well, there goes one set of tires.
Justin Slim Friesen says, rear lock up.
Yep. That was clear as day on that one. Oh, my poor cat wants something. Let me see if I got time to feed you, big guy. Oh boy. Getting down to the wire. And they're pretty close, I would say. They're pretty close in times. See, I don't know how they do it though. They're running lap times on cold tires within 7 minutes, when it takes me 14 minutes to warm up my tires. Okay, folks. I don't know how much fuel I'm going to need. 30 laps? I don't think we'll do 30 laps. I could be mistaken.
Pukey2488 says, is anybody using the Genesis question mark?
Yes, I am. And there is somebody else, Lewis, is also using it. Oh, there's two Genesis on the grid.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
25 laps I need. Okay. Ooh, somebody is behind me. Dang it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, GLHF.
Yep, thank you. Definitely gonna need it.
Pukey2488 says, well, good luck.
Thank yous.
Formation lap has started.
Oh!
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Oh no, the jittering has returned."
Really? I haven't noticed. Oh, my glasses are dirty.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, it's not an hour race like the other one, but yeah, the jittering has returned. Sorry, dude, did not see you there. Oh, yeah, the jittering is here.
2488 says, "Well, that Genesis ID dead."
Yeah, the jittering is back. I can feel it in the steering wheel. The wobbles are back. Hopefully it'll get better as the race progresses.
That time was a 2:01.39.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "I am wondering what on earth could be causing that."
I don't know, but it's making driving extremely difficult. Whoa, dude. Dangerous rejoin there. Dang it. And this guy's causing it for me. I hope he crashes out and leaves the race. I'm doing fine, and as soon as he catches up to me, it starts wobbling like crazy. It's latency issues that's causing this. It's people's pings to the servers and stuff.
Time 150.35.
Ugh. Still can't brake here. Oh well, penalty. It's not always there, and whoa, car parts all over the place. It'll get better though as people DNF. Oh, barely made it. Am I catching up to GT3s? What's that in front of me? That's more than... Oh, man. And I have great internet and internet speeds and stuff, but that doesn't mean anything. I got the best internet I could here. And I doubt that Starlink would be any better.
Lap 149.78.
But if my connection to the servers are crappy, then there's nothing I could do about it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I wonder if it's the Moses settings?
I doubt it. But they did mention that Moza are having some issues. And they opened up a public test code thingy for Steam.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yeah, that wouldn't really make sense.
Man. It's a good thing that my wheelbase is not a massively strong one, because I'm having trouble holding onto the wheel in this one. Well, dude was catching up to me and then he lost it. Ugh.
Time 149.40.
Justin Slim Friesen says, have you ever set a limit to how many other cars are visible to you? I think I set mine to 15 or 20.
Mine is set to 12. Yeah, most people told me to bring it down to, ooh, he lost the wing.
QP2488 says, is not basic 12. Justin Slim Friesen says, okay. I also turned the sound effect way down.
Ugh, I still can't make this turn.
Time 148.46.
Oh, crew chief's already running. Okay. I guess I must have stopped it and I'd have to click start and I don't want to do that.
Puki2488 says, well GG have to go. Puki2488
Okay, thanks for
says,
stopping by, Pookie. Byes.
Justin Slim Friesen says, later Puki. Puki2488 says, well next day maybe.
See, when I got the better computer, we thought that these problems had been solved and all gone, but it's mostly 1.2 that all the problems went away. And then they all came back in 1.3. Oh, need to catch back up to her. Ooh, no I didn't. Whoa. Yeah, I wasn't gonna make that.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yeah, I see how frustrating it would be.
What? Track limits, drive-through. Okay. I don't think I need to set my drive-through though, right? And she's gonna scrap a bunch of tires though.
Justin Slim Friesen says, no. Just drive right on through.
Yep, okay. I don't know where the pits are though. I'll come around and do it next time. Let me just call for the pits then. Man, that wobble really makes it complicated for me to drive. But I did see that the Moza wheels are having some issues. And they opened up a, you could put a special code in Steam. And they'll diagnose your matches and what happens with the wheelbase and stuff. Oh, coming up on the pits.
Justin Slim Friesen says, mine's been fine. But I don't use the LMU default in Pithus.
I don't even know where this pit limiter is in here. Whoa, I'm gonna get another drive-through. My pit limiter, oh man, did I turn it off after entering? I'm gonna get another drive-through. Oh, I actually got a stop and go.
Justin Slim Friesen says, oh no.
Yep. That's why I need to practice. Because I don't know where stuff is. It's okay, because I'm taking this as a practice session, a learning session. And I have a hard time holding on to my wheel. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so I probably turned it on around here and accidentally turned it off. Okay.
Lap 2:30.50.
Not too bad. I know I was on 8th place at some point. What the hell did he just do? Yeah, all the weird bugs, I seem to get them.
Lap 2, 27.10.
My tires are actually running cold. See, it's not every race, it's not all the time, it's just sometimes it happens and most times it doesn't.
Time 1:49.41.
I'm afraid to try to pass these guys. Ugh. That was not an illegal pass. They were moving me off the track there. I avoided an accident.
Time 1.
What the hell is he braking there for? Dang. And some people are just trying to cause accidents. It's always around the same spots on the track too. Always in that high speed straight there. And it's not because I'm bottoming out or anything, it's the same settings I was in the practice. Everything went well in the practice server. Nope, I'm just hoping that they'll come out with some other patches in the upcoming weeks. I'm surprised how stable the Genesis is. You'd think being in a hypercar I would have spun out 20,000 times already in these conditions. Man, 40 minutes of this is gonna feel like 4 hours. Ooh, those two Porsches in behind are fighting it door to door.
7.17.
Yuki2488 says, just 10 people survived.
Well, in the hypercars at least. Ooh, this guy's jittery as F.
That time was a 150.54.
Well, it's been good practice on this track. I'm getting the hang of it now. More so than the first couple of laps I did here.
Time 147.02.
Justin Slim Friesen says. That's good.
Well, now that I know where I'm going and my braking points and all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't need to do any drive-throughs and stop and go penalties and stuff. Which I could have probably gained another position if I didn't.
Justin Slim Friesen says. By the look of this layout, I doubt I'd like it much.
Dang it. Well, I kind of agree. It's not. It ain't Barcelona. I mean, I didn't like this track much to begin with. So I guess I prefer this configuration to the other one. Not having that first corner mess, and then the chicane mid-straight. But
Yuki2488 says, don't you like Silverstone?
love Silverstone.
Lap 148.85.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best record configuration, I guess. But it's still, whoa, not.
Justin Slim Friesen says, love Silverstone as well.
But it's not, yeah. There's a lot more tracks that I enjoy. Is that the girl I was fighting earlier? Nope. Ooh, he's causing me to lag badly. Look at the force feedback in the tiny pedal. Whoa! That was crazy. That guy was causing me a world of pain.
Lap 152.74.
Yuki2488 says, how do you guys like Silverstone in hypercars and F1 cars? I hate it already and they have insane downforce.
I love Silverstone. I'm getting cramps in my hands from dealing with that crap. That wobbly crap. Man, my hand's on fire.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I love it in any car I've tried.
Yep, same here. "26 seconds, last lap, I hope. One more lap to go."
Yuki2488 says, P8.
Yeah, I could have been P6.
Yuki2488 says, bring it home.
Trying to. As I was fighting with Michelle Calzavera when I picked up my penalties, so I could have been in 6th. But hey, that's not the reason why I was doing this race. I wanted to make sure this setup works, and it does. Feels great. Car is stable. I'm learning the track. Learning the pits. Seems like a stupid thing, but it's not like we've pitted thousands of times on this track. They're gonna be my fastest lap. Yeah, baby. Woo! Oh, don't tell me I finished all before the DNFs. See, it wasn't as bad there at the end. But, yeah, there's issues, definite issues. And I'm returning from band. And that Aston Martin here, Julien Moltot, man, he was causing massive spikes. And this is probably the reason why I'm having so many issues in this race. This one guy.
Justin Slim Friesen says, big issues. Hope that gets sorted out soon.
Well, it's a good thing that it's not always present, because I could not play this game if that was always the case. If every single race was like that, I would not be playing this game. Luckily, it's not. And it's totally random. And it has nothing to do with, you know, a lot of stuff. It's just random. And it happens when I'm around certain players the most. Like this guy. This guy, if you looked at my tiny pedal, the force feedback was out of whack. Massively. I was still lagging with a couple of other ones, but I think this, my latency compared to this guy makes it that I was out of whack. So, okay, my fastest lap was a 146, so I'm still way off pace here. But I'm still happy. Still happy with my performance. I learned a lot. Learned where the pits are. Learned pretty much the racing line around. Damn, that car looks awesome. So I gained a little bit of driver ranking. Not much, but a little bit. Race contact with another vehicle. I did not have any impacts. So I'm confused here as to when I hit Weber.
Puki2488 says, does CLR have a page on race control?
No, they have a page on SimGrid. But we mainly use Discord. But I can pull up.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Not that I know of, Pukey.
Let me grab a sim grid here and pull that out for you. So if you go to SimGrid Championships 22-4-23,
Jeeps Media Live says. https://www.thesimegrid.com/championsH.
what? It did not put the whole thing in there? Really? That doesn't help. Okay, let's try another one then. Does that work?
Jeeps Media Live says. https://www.thesimegrid.com/championships/22423.
And from there you can grab the Discord. But I don't remember running into...
2488 says. I don't know, got to the website. Justin Slim Friesen says. I clicked it.
Okay.
It works.
Okay. Well, glad to know that it works. As it seems to be cutting it off pretty drastically. Alright, I finished in front of two other hypers that did not DNF. Interesting. But okay, folks, guess what? Time for me to lock and load and exit. Time for me to leave the building, so to speak. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient and putting up with all the little bugs in this game that I seem to attract for some reason. I think this game hates Canadians, but that's just my 2 cents.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Alright. Later.
Catch you later, folks.